Hey guys, it's David, and we're going to take a look at the stuff that I got from my most recent Goodwill trip. I was actually kind of inspired to go on these Goodwill trips by Lazy Game Reviews, who does has his own series. So I went to 2 Goodwills and a half-price books. The very first things I'm going to talk about, I got 2 original Xbox controllers. So I got these 2 controllers, and I actually have a video of me cleaning this one, which I'll post. I'm probably going to post these at the same time, so click right on the screen here now and it'll take you to that video. But yeah, so both of these controllers are in fantastic condition, and they were only $1.99 each, and all the buttons work. Both the controllers work flawlessly. The only problem I have really is that the one that I cleaned has kind of a like a dog bite or something on one of the D-pads of the joysticks, and some kid probably wanted to add it on this one. But other than that, they both work pretty good and they look pretty good, and they're the S ones, obviously, so they're a little bit smaller and a little easier to hold. But yeah, they cleaned up pretty nicely and they look pretty good too. And for $1.99, it's not a bad deal. The next thing I got was Simpsons, the Yellow album. I got this just because my family and I are pretty avid Simpsons watchers, so I thought this would fit well with our Simpsons stuff. But actually, I think the disc is actually, yeah, it's in really good shape, and obviously since it's Goodwill, the music's only 99 cents, so pretty good, not bad. And obviously the Goodwill stickers and stuff come off pretty easy, so that's not too bad. To go along with the Xbox theme, I also picked up Sega GT 2002, and this is one of those the 2 games in 1 case type of thing, and it also has JSRF, Jet Radio Future, something like that. I'm not really sure what this game is. It looks kind of odd, but so when you open up the disc or the case here, it's 2 manuals but 1 disc. And the disc, when you put it into the Xbox, has like a little menu where you can pick between the games. And again, it's got a little bit of smudge on it, as you can probably see, but it is pretty much in perfect condition. And like I was mentioning, it has both the manuals for both the games. And obviously, just like games nowadays don't really do this, but you've got all the info for basically anything you'll need in here for both games. So that's pretty cool. And this was, I think, $2.99? Yeah, it was like $2.99. The next thing I got was Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer expansion pack. At first I wasn't too sure if this was the actual game or just the expansion pack, but when you open it up, you've got 3 discs. You've got a Windows 2000/XP disc, you've got a Windows XP disc, and then you have a Play disc. So yeah, that's that. Although I'm not too sure, because it does say down here it does require, you know, the original game to play. So if you know, let me know. But here's the manual. So obviously there's the key in here, so I'm not going to show you all the pages. But obviously, just like the Xbox game, it shows you everything. And then this is kind of cool. It's like a legit book. It's properly bound and it's huge. And I'm guessing this is all for, yeah, like all kinds of information for the DLC, which is pretty sweet. Again, this is complete, and all the discs in this too are, let me try to get this thing out without snapping it, because that's going to be a problem with these cases, but all of these are in super fantastic condition. So there's that. Since we're on our PC kick, the next game I got was SimCity 3000 Unlimited for PC. Again, this is in really good shape. There was an EB Games sticker on here which didn't come off very well, but I'm not that concerned about it, and the Goodwill sticker came off perfectly. But this box is in really good shape, and this game was $1.99, as was the Neverwinter Nights, or $2.99, one of those 2. But it was cheap. But this is pretty cool. This box is in really fantastic condition, and it looks pretty fun actually. So let's take a look inside here. So you've got your cardboard, of course, to kind of maintain the shape. You've got the actual disc case, and then you have the manual and such, and that's all that's in there. So you have the system requirements. Let's see what this is real quick. Yep, so this is your registration card, so you can register your game. And then this is the reference card. Sorry about that. And it tells you your recommended configuration, minimum requirements, and all kinds of stuff. It's a bunch of pretty cool information, especially pretty cool information to see, especially nowadays. 32 megabytes of RAM and 166 megahertz Intel Pentium or AMD processor. I don't know, that's pretty cool. But then you open up like the jewel case here, and it looks brand new. But yeah, so here's the back of the case. It has an ad for The Sims. There you go. And then when you open it up, you have the game, like some snippets on this side for their website. I wonder if that's still active actually. But then you have the game over here, the disc, and again, just like continuing with today's theme of stuff being like in perfect condition, this whole box is in really good shape. And the disc is like brand new. So gonna check that out for sure, as with all these games. And the last PC game I got was Grand Theft Auto 3. And this is a smaller case. It's got the jewel case inside, but it's got this little flap here with some art. And as a matter of fact, the box is a little bit beat up here, but this box was still sealed, which was pretty interesting. It still had the tape, and I wasn't sure if it was like Goodwill doing this just to make sure if it was, to make sure that the jewel case or whatever doesn't fall out. But upon opening it and actually looking at the case itself, if you can get it out of the box, because it's kind of a pain. Once you get it out of the box, you can see that it's in really, really good shape. It's in really good shape. It's really clean. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. So then we were wondering, is this brand new? And one of the easy ways to tell, or a way to tell, well, besides the fact that it still has like a RFID or whatever thing on it, which is kind of odd, but it has a map, which is pretty cool, and it has all your information and stuff here. But a way you can tell obviously is by the condition of the disc. People obviously can take good care of their discs, but this one is in, well, one of them. I mean, you can see the other one here. But they're both fantastic. There's no scratches or anything on them. So pretty safe to assume that this was a new game in Goodwill for like $1 or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty cool too. Alright, and the next thing that I got was this. This is from Half Price Books. This was $5.99, and it's a dual pack for PSP. It comes with Siphon Filter Logan's Shadow and Killzone Liberation. As you can see, both the games are here, and they've got the favorites thing up top, which is interesting. But again, these are in really good shape here. They both work, and they play very well, actually. Killzone Liberation, so far, what I've got on it is actually a pretty fun game. I haven't played this game at all, but it looks pretty nice. And again, complete for $6. It's not a bad deal. Add a couple more games to your collection here. And I guess you can tell it's legit because it says not for resale at the bottom on both of them. So the last thing that I bought today was actually a console, and here it is. It's the PSP 2000, but it's the blue, and I believe this is the Madden edition. So this would have come with like Madden 2009, I believe. And the only problem with it, when I got it for $39, I believe. And the only problem is that it didn't come with a battery, and the button here is snapped, so the cover here just kind of doesn't do anything. It'll like go in, but it'll just sit there because it can't lock, which isn't that big of a concern. I'm gonna try to see if I can sort something out for that, but I'm not too concerned about it. And I'm using the battery from my other PSP because it didn't come with one. But it also, besides the PSP itself, and this is Half Price Books also, it came actually in this PSP like really hardcore case. It's like the OtterBox for your PSP, but it's even like more crazy than that, because it's got these grips on the back, and then it's completely super hard plastic, and it has like these locks on the top here to keep it closed. And when you open it, you have spots for your 2 games of your choice that you want to keep with you. And at the bottom here, you have this like little plastic cover that goes over the screen, and it like locks down here. So it's pretty beefy. Obviously, if you're just playing around the house or whatever, it's a little overkill, but pretty cool actually. I've never seen one of these. And something I didn't even think of looking at until I got home, I'll just toss the battery because it keeps falling out, was to check to see if it had a, what do they call it? Memory Stick Pro Duo, you know, the proprietary SD card really that Sony used for the PSPs, and it does. It actually has a 1 gig Sony in there, which I believe probably came with the bundle now that I think about it. But yeah, so that's good. It had a few saves from like 2009 and stuff on there. So it's in really, really good shape. Like, it just needs to be dusted really, but it's in pretty nice shape. So here's my black PSP, and then here's, which the screen, it never had a screen protector, and I've had it since they were new basically, so it's seen some fair use. And then this one, it's really, really clean, just for like a comparison here. So whoever had this one either didn't use it or took really, really good care of it. But yeah, so that's basically it. So I got everything you saw here, all the games, the PSP, and all of that for $55, which is fantastic. I was actually thinking about selling this PSP, but it looks too nice, so I'm just gonna keep it. And especially because PSP 2000s are kind of known for having UMD reading issues. I think actually the PSP 3000's worse, but yeah, that's so I've heard. But so it's always good to have a second one on hand. But I guess that'll do it for this episode, or this video. Like I said, if you want to check out the Xbox refurb, click the link in the description. If you want more videos like this, just let me know, and I will be happy to do more. But thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.